Hello, everyone, and welcome to our weekly call. And today we have a beautiful topic of why environment matters more than you think. Let's start by understanding what I mean by environment. Environment can be physical environment as far as our home, our house, our workplace. It can be also environment in terms of people who around you and on a global scale, the place where you live, ecology where you live, and so on and so forth. But today I want to zoom in more into environment as physical space. When we talk about environment as a physical space, we need to consider several things. First of all, it's how it feels to be in this space. Second is how it visually for us appeal and distract and what is. The third is how it in terms of convenience for our day-to-day living. The next one is smells. What smells do we have in our house? What are those smells on basic level and what we make sure to change it? So let's talk about each area of those and why it's important and how it influences us and how we can use it in our favor. Let's talk about environment in terms of look. When we come in any environment, our eyes instantly start scanning the space and trying to see what's danger here, what's not danger, how it looks, how it like visual aesthetics, and so on and so forth. And for every one of us, it will be different, but it can influence how we feel in this space. It can influence our emotional state. Each object in our house, we have emotional reaction to it. For example, I have this singing bowl in my office, and it helps me to be more grounded, be more present. But also at the same time, sometimes I have on my desk a pile of documents that need to be sorted, and it can trigger the set of emotions that, oh, daunting task, I need to do it, one more thing in our to-do list. Some things can have emotional attachment. For example, this painting over here that is hanging, it was created on workshop of setting your attention, and it has a beautiful energy around it. But also there can be objects in your house that were gifted to you by some person that you have a better relationship, for example, with nowadays. Or, for example, you had a fight with your spouse near that picture and it can imprint in your brain. So every object in your house have emotional component to it, and it influences how you feel, it influences on your mood, and unless we start noticing and making like inventory of our house and noticing how it feels, we can not make connection in between why I feel this way and in general. The smells. Smells is most underestimated sensations that we have in terms of influence on us. We all know that sometimes we have a smell, for example, the smell of freshly baked buns, and it can feel like, oh, it feels like home or like childhood, and we have beautiful memories. Sometimes we can have smells that distract us. Our houses has distinct smell for every one of us. It will be different, and you all know this when you, for example, go for a week somewhere for vacation and you come back home and you feel the smell that you do not notice on day-to-day basis. But those smells also very triggering in our brain, and like from survival standpoint of view, we know that sunflower smells beautiful, like we can use smells in our favor. It can be essential oils, it can be flowers, it can be aroma of your perfume, it can be aroma of laundry detergent that you use. Like any smells, they are also influencing how you feel, how you react, and you can not notice them, but they influence your day-to-day living. In terms of convenience, how it is convenient for you to live. If, for example, in order for you to have some rest, you need to clear up a lot of space on your couch and it's becoming very hard for you, then probably it is not the best convenient place for you. How it is for you to cook? I'm sorry, 1 second. Личка, пожалуйста, вынеси шарики, они шуршат очень громко. Братика попроси, будь ласочка. Позови его. Віюш, я зайнята зараз. My little one today have a birthday and she came with a bunch of balloons and asking me to rip them off. So let's continue. So how it is it convenient for you to live? Do you have some spaces that declutters over and over again? Ask yourself why I have this clutter. Probably because it's not convenient for you to put things on the places where they're meant to be. So decluttering is not about having less stuff, it's sometimes about organization. And we all know, for example, if we have a lot of things in a closet and it's like those kind of closet, then you know that you don't want to open the doors because it will all start falling off. We all know that if we open those doors and organize everything, it will have a lot of free space. The same goes with our environment. Sometimes it can become too cluttery, not because you are a hoarder or something like that, just because on day-to-day basic of living, there are some inconvenient things that create this kind of clutter. And we need to ask ourselves how I can help myself. Because clutter and inconvenient living influence our well-being. Also, aesthetics. Some people can go up to trends or hire a designer that has its own view, and they can feel like, okay, this is how modern houses should look like, that's why I will do it. But the most important thing is how I feel in that environment, how it makes me feel. If it makes you feel light, if it makes you feel joyful, if it makes you feel happy, then go for it. If it's popular, but it's not makes you feel all those things, then probably it's not the best choice for you. So be conscious about how you create your space. Why I'm talking today about the environment. All those components, they influence our well-being, they influence our mood, they influence how we feel ourselves at our houses, they influence our state. And unless we pay attention to it, unless we make conscious choices and changes, it will have its own influence and we will be guessing what's happening, why is that, why is my mood like that, and so on and so forth. The best thing that you can do is to go somewhere for a few days, and when you come back, check in with you in the first day, check in when you come back, check in with you, how you feel, what the smells, what the looks, and so on and so forth. Because our brain will very quickly jump back to old habits, old patterns, and we can start accepting what is not serving us just because of a habit. So make a challenge for this week. Find at least one space that you want to declutter. Find at least one thing that you want to change in your surrounding to support you. And try to feel how it feels when you change it. And it will give you more energy to make changes in all other spaces around your house, to make it truly supporting you, truly boosting your well-being, and not pulling off energy from you. So this is your challenge for week, and as always, we will meet next week for our live call. If you have any questions, feel free to send me them, and I'm gladly will answer. Until then, remember, you are all chosen to be happy. Time to claim it.